Happy pre-4th of July weekend, or is it
No,
unofficially the start of the weekend?
yeah, this is the start of the weekend. That's why we do it on Friday at 5.
Is that why? And who is this telling me why we do this again?
The bowl one, the cold one, John Cold Rice Lawson. What's up, folks?
I'm Brent Leary with a new Rams hat on. My second new Rams hat of the day. I like brown, tan, whatever you call it. Really feel good. I feel good. Wow, we got notified. Got a notification. Pastor Mike, July 4th edition is going on right now.
Oh, you just got your own notification.
I got my own notification.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It says that show, the July 4th edition, and then it also says not having John Schneider.
Not having John Schneider. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm so looking
He's busy. We tried to get to him, but
I'm looking forward to John Schneider.
You don't have to look forward. You can look back at them old episodes of what was that show called?
Duke of Hazzard.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
Duke of Hazzard.
John Schneider. Was he Bo or Luke? I keep forgetting.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he was Bo.
Okay. Were you a fan of the Dukes of Hazzard? It was really popular when it came on.
Oh yeah, it was a huge show. I wouldn't miss it.
With my boy Crazy Cooter.
Yeah.
And Boss Hogg.
Boss Hogg.
And who was the nervous deputy?
Whoever would have thought Boss Hogg would be the president?
Roscoe P. Coltrane. Remember him?
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Man, yeah. I remember a lot about this show. But the best part of the show, by far, hands down, Daisy Duke. She was the reason why I watched. I was a little kid, but I was down with Daisy Duke.
Okay.
Hey, Daisy Dukes were a phenomenon unto itself, you know?
Yeah. A whole fashionista.
All because of her.
I don't know about that, but
it was. I mean, they called them Daisy Dukes for a reason, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. And I forgot Uncle Jesse. You got to have Uncle Jesse. Got to make.
Yeah, you know the thing is that the Daisy Dukes came out like years later as a throwback to Daisy Duke. I don't remember that being called that when she was wearing them because that was like.
I think
everybody wore them.
I think it was some had to be some kind of early rap song that put Daisy Dukes in there.
Yeah.
And that's how it got to be popular.
Look at that girl in them Daisy Dukes.
Oh, yeah. Them Daisy Dukes. Yeah. That's right.
Yes. So that's.
Shout out to Daisy. I think she's still alive. What's her name? Catherine Bach or Barbara Bach? I know it's a Bach.
Yeah, I don't think it was Barbara.
Then let me see. I have to look it up. Catherine Bach. Let's see. Yep, American actress. Catherine Bach. She is. You want to guess how old she is right now?
I'm guessing they had like 15 years on me. So she's mid-70s.
Close. 72.
72.
I wonder if she's still wearing Daisy Duke. Well, maybe I don't want to know.
No, I mean, unless she's J-Lo, probably not.
It says here, she made short shorts famous.
Definitely.
I'd rather see her perform than the Schneider guy.
What does she do? I don't want to see any of them, honestly.
I'd rather see a bug perform than John Schneider.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I could care less about any of them. Honestly.
Is anybody out there going to, what do they call this thing? All-American 250?
Obviously not. I mean, you've seen the picture.
Well, at least they have an excuse. They'll blame it on the heat.
Well, good. You can blame it on the heat, but I guarantee you there will be people at all kind of events today.
Millie
Even though,
Vanilli is gonna blame it on the rain.
why do I have to listen to your funny ass jokes? Why?
Blame it on the rain. I have
I'm
to
looking
admit,
at this. I got this tool and it like transcribes immediately. It's crazy
it's not
in
that
real
crazy.
time.
That's been going on for years. Microsoft had a tool way before the pandemic. We went to one of their events, and it was transcribing it in real time, multiple languages, multiple speakers, multiple languages, and it was doing the translation and the captioning all in real time. It was crazy.
How long ago was that? The reason why I
2017.
ask is because it's like if that was, okay. So
No,
it's like,
about 2017.
yeah, and then it's I don't know how they did it or whatever, but whatever it was had to cost a lot of money.
Well, that's why it's like Microsoft. They had a lot of money.
Right. Because I mean, it's not like it came out and was publicly
No,
available.
now that
But
blew
this
us away.
is right on my desktop and I'm reading and it's separating the voices. So it's like this person's talking, that it's kind of
Does it have our names associated?
it doesn't know that at all.
Because when I upload videos to Gemini like this, it'll give me a full transcription and it'll have names associated to who's saying who.
Yeah, I guess if they know who is on there,
Well, they'll read it from the screen, so
yeah,
they
from
see
the
our names on there, right?
right. But no, this is live and happening in real time on my desktop. This is not going to the cloud or anything.
Oh, are you doing local AI stuff now?
No, it's this part of it is local.
Okay. Remember how much we used to pay for stuff like that?
To the crowd and clean itself up.
Remember back in the day when you had to pay like $1 a minute for somebody to transcribe your stuff?
Yes.
And some of them services were like $2 per minute.
Yeah, well, it's like $1 a minute for the regular and $2 for the
If
really
you want to
cleaned
click.
up ones.
Yeah, clean or fast.
Yeah, the fast ones. Yeah.
I used to pay a lady. I think I started out paying her $2 a minute for the audio. So if I had a 10-minute audio, paying her $20, and it would take a couple of days before I got it back.
Oh, get it pretty much free.
Yeah, it's amazing how much money like you forget you spend on stuff like that. Like, because I would do a weekly show, and they would be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah. Sometimes I would do more than a show a week, and you would pay that same rate. And then
I remember actually making sure my show would end on time.
Yeah, because you start thinking about the money.
Yeah, it's like every minute's $1.
Then it started coming down as the technology started coming out, and now, I mean, you pay $20 a month, but for that, that's a flat rate, so you can have as many shows, get as many transcriptions as you want, and it's only going to be $20.
Well, I mean, you don't even need them. I remember actually that I used to get my transcriptions done with Facebook because I realized when I uploaded it in Facebook, it would automatically transcribe it. And I figured out how to get those downloaded. And that was where I stopped paying for transcriptions. And then, of course, YouTube followed along a little bit after that, and then they had theirs in the right-hand column.
Right. So we went from spending. I probably spent between $75 and $100 a month on that.
Yeah.
And look, that's just something now that you don't have to worry about.
No, I actually ended up hiring a VA to do it.
When was
I
the last
still,
time you had a VA?
I still have a VA.
Oh, you do? Okay. What do they do for you nowadays?
Anything I want.
Well, typically, give me some examples.
Well, I mean, I do a lot of coaching calls. So they
Oh,
take that and compose the notes and then make sure the notes get sent to the person on the other side. And then she puts my time into the calendar and make sure that I get paid. But
so I mean, you could use like a the Zoom transcription stuff if you wanted to, and the summary
yeah, I
stuff.
mean,
Not to
that
try to
human
take her
touch.
out of her job. I'm just saying
Well,
that.
yeah, but that human touch used to be really important for me,
Uh huh.
because it's like really pull out what's important as opposed to just everything we talked about.
So they knew
So,
what you wanted pulled out.
yeah, they gave it to me the way I wanted it. But, I mean, honestly, AI can do that now. So,
But so why do you keep your VA? It's an interesting question here. Why, knowing
I
what,
mean, there's
and
other
you're
things
Mister
that can go.
AI. I mean, you know all the ins and outs. So you know
Yeah.
what can be done and what can't be done, and stuff that can be done. You still seem to have a VA for it. Why is that?
Yeah, I feel attached to her. She's been with me for 10 years.
Some loyalty is involved.
A little loyalty going on.
That's cool. I like that.
So, you know, although it's getting kind of thin.
What you're giving her to do?
Yeah, I mean, because, and then I used to have one client, and she would manage all of the client onboarding and things like that for that client and his membership site. And we sunset that last year. And so, it's like I said, just the work is getting kind of thin. Things are being done in AI. And oftentimes, I sit and I'm like, do I really need a VA anymore?
Well, so let's say 2 years from now, do you think you'll still have a VA?
Um, not in the capacity that I have one today. Absolutely not. No.
Would you feel the better option is A, let them go because the work is running out, or B, find new things for them to do that could expand your business?
Yeah, I mean, I want to retrain her. So that's probably what we're going to be working on here this year.
Is it
And
only her because you have the loyalty for her, or do you think you would ever bring on a brand new one?
nah, I mean, I got rid of everybody else. So
So you just kept her because you really had a good. She really did a good job, and you built a
yeah,
really good relationship.
she's been there with me for a long time. So
Do you help train her to use AI to do this stuff?
I have not.
Is that the next step?
That has to be, but then again, by the time I trained you how to do something, I could have wrote a process and then had AI do it. So I don't know, man. It's something that's going on inside of my own head. You're in my head right now.
It's a
This is
scary
very
place.
active in
Very
my
scary.
life right now.
Somebody give me a light. It's dark in here.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, these are the things that I mean, because you're ahead of the normal average person because you dove deeply in this, and you're not just using it to do tricks and stuff. Yeah. So, how far ahead do you think you are in this trying to make this decision? Because you're teaching people too. I'm assuming some of the stuff you're teaching comes from experience, and you're doing some of it as well.
right. But what do you mean?
Trying to make a determination between a human and an AI.
It's really not trying to make the determination between the two. it's it's the retraining part that's the big thing for me, because it's like if I retrain you, I could be training my AI, and then I don't I don't have that external. Here's the thing, man. AI, when you create an agent or something,
Yeah.
and you run your process through it, and once you get it running and working, it comes it becomes very hands off,
Mhm.
and then you can build on that and build new skills into that, and it's here when I want it. I don't have to wait for it to reply back. you know she's in another country, so I'm always on their time versus my time. So all the yeah, I just don't know. I really, I don't have a great case for human workers when
So
an
you-
AI can do it.
so you pretty much know that she's probably going to be your last human.
I hope she's not listening
She does listen every now and again,
every now and then.
but at least
But
she'll
I mean, truth
know.
truth
Yeah.
truth be told, like I said, uh I'm gonna work, you know, on there's one thing that I'm thinking about putting together a membership site. And if that is the case, I do need her to fall back into what she was doing on my old membership site with my other client.
So you
So,
wouldn't train an agent to do that?
no, I mean, you really want a human in there in my own absence. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that would that just gives you a different touch and feel. So I would definitely keep that human element. And then, there will be artificial intelligence and, question and answer scenarios. But, when you got an issue and you can't find the button, it helps to have a human to talk to.
So let's go to the other part of this because I keep on hearing in my mind our go-to AI guy, Dr. Michael Wu, and he was talking about on one of our shows on CRM Players. He was talking about how corporate America has the whole AI narrative wrong. It's so heavily focused on automation and not nearly enough focus on innovation. So they're focusing on efficiency and productivity and cost reduction. And he's saying, yeah, that's all fair and good, but you don't get the big payoff from using AI on that side. The big payoff comes from innovation, doing things that you could only imagine, or sometimes you couldn't even imagine before. But because the focus is on doing new things as opposed to doing things more efficiently, you limit the benefit, you limit the ROI when you're doing that, when you're focusing on that. Do you How do you approach all this stuff? Do you focus on getting rid of repetitive stuff? Do you focus on being more efficient in what you do? Or should I say what's the breakdown? What's the 50% efficiency or automation or 50% innovation, or is
I
it?
mean, I'm mostly in the innovation world. I'm always messing with it to find out what it can do, what's the newest thing out, you know. Um,
Do you think we need to teach people how to innovate, like traditional small businesses?
well, I mean, but that's what I was going to say. That's me personally. But I think with small businesses, you probably need to automate before you need to innovate. I mean, in order for them to have enough time to innovate, they need to automate the processes that are taking up a lot of the busy work of your people. So I think, automation in the beginning and then getting, more exposure to how AI works, how it thinks, it will give you the opportunity to innovate. But I, that's just, if you were talking about small business as a whole, I think as an individual, you should really be innovating, figuring out how to use the tool to do things you never thought of before.
What
That's just like, oh my gosh,
what
it's
about training it? Just training to be more think think about innovation and practice the mechanics of innovation over I mean, yeah, there's going to be a focus on uh, process automation, work.
but it's not everybody.
It's
Everybody's
not
not,
everybody, but
you know.
what you see out there, what's most visible to me at least, is people using this stuff. First of all, most of them are using this stuff kind of in a dumb way. Like they get excited about the flash. Like there's somebody out there talking about, you need to learn how to do video, and
Or
I
digital
actually
twin.
question.
Do your digital twin.
Yeah, and I quite and first of all, it ain't the twins because that thing does not look like you. I'm not saying anybody, personally, but
Well, most
generally
people, it doesn't
speaking,
look like most people,
it's like not even your
but it's
better
going to get
you.
better.
It's like somebody that's totally different than you.
It looks like your daughter or your son.
Yeah. So and a lot of that stuff, there's a lot of it's flashy, it catches people's eyes. But what I've seen, not and I'm not saying definitively, just what I see
Mm-hmm.
is people are using this stuff still in the oh, look at it, I can do that. Wow, I did. Oh, well. And it's not anything core to their business. It's just catchy. It catches your eye. Making 15-second videos of.
Here's what I find. I find a lot of people don't have businesses.
Well, let's explain. Go into detail on that one.
I mean, a lot of people be like, you be on this. I'll do something. I'll put something out about how to use AI for business, and then I get on the call and I'm like, so what business are you in? What business? Well, I'm still on my job right now, but I'm thinking about that is a whole lot of people. Or I want to learn AI so that I can get off my day-to-day job and become an AI expert. I feel like AI is becoming the new uh, uh, content creator. So, everybody wanted to be a content creator and make that their job. And it didn't take a whole lot of, you know, um, things to ramp up and do that. And I feel like that's the way AI is, right? So a lot of times I will get um, people that are on these things, and it's like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting. But if I was to sit there and show them how to do a profit and loss statement every month, they probably wouldn't even have any use for it. A lot of them.
But going back to something that you said, it just kind of made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. Is this whole idea of wanting to learn AI so they can teach AI?
Yeah.
Uh, that's just so wrong, and for so many people at this stage. Like if you just want to learn it to teach it to others because you think people are getting paid, I think you're in for a world of hurt.
I mean, for the first 6 months, 7 months, you might be in for some good opportunity, maybe. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities to help, small businesses, corporate clients, you know, right? You don't think
I
so?
think there's already a million plus people out there,
There
and
are a million people,
every
yeah.
day there's like another 10, 20, 50,000.
Yes, every day.
So I don't see that as a viable way to approach AI. If you
No,
think,
it's very much not.
yes, that's why I think, I got to temper my feelings around some of this too, because as you might have guessed, I'm a bit of a skeptic around certain things.
Just a little bit.
But I think I'm an honest skeptic. I think most people, not I keep saying I got to get away from that stuff. I can say a significant amount of people seem to just discover AI like a week ago, and they want to be known as experts and go-to people in a week from now. I mean, it's frustrating to me because I think there are really good opportunities for small businesses to use AI in an effective way. And like, I guess I got to pick up on something else you said is there are people out there who aren't business, like they don't have a business. They just want to escape their job.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a presentation at TSP, and the presentation, and I'll just tell you, I might as well just tell you, right? The presentation was how to use AI to build tools that you can use in your business, and how anybody can do this, right?
Yep.
And it went over way better than I expected. I remember when Lamar asked me, he's like, "Hey, I got an idea. Here's what I'm thinking," and he told me about it, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll put it together." I didn't really think it was going to resonate as well as it did, but he knows his audience, and he knows, he's always on the cusp of good topics and putting together his show. So, anyway, so I teach the whole thing, and he was like, if you wanted to plug in, we can do that, so you can do a live demo. And I don't like playing live demos. I've had enough opportunity. I see your eyes. You know the drill, right? You get plugged in. Everything works when you're in rehearsal. Then when everybody's in the room, it's dead. And now you're sitting there. So anyway, so I did it and recorded it and then put that on as a video. And so in the video or for my demo, I actually build, because when he wants you to present, he has like a month ahead of time. You need to give the slides in.
Wow, a month?
I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, but it's at least good 3 weeks.
A lot of front time.
Right. And what he does with that is he makes one big slide deck.
Mm-hmm.
So day one, it's all the slides on one deck, right? So he does that in PowerPoint. I don't use PowerPoint.
You use Canva at this point?
Huh?
Canva now, is that what you use? Or
I don't even use Canva. I mean, at this point, I use Claude to make my slides.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. But Canva, same thing. And the deal is, when you take a Canva, because I know most people done Canva, but if you take a Canva slide deck and you've done a lot of work to make it look perfect, and then you save it as a PowerPoint, sometimes PowerPoint saves it and changes the fonts because it only has a certain limited fonts, right? So it'll do that. And then sometimes your spacing will be off because you might have used a tab key, and instead of a tab key, it puts you know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen that happen?
Oh, right? Yeah. With StreamYard, you can upload a PowerPoint and the stuff will look jacked up.
It'll look jacked up.
Now, if you take the PowerPoint and export it to PDF everything looks great. Yeah.
Right. So he can't. So when he's asking for a PowerPoint, you can either take every screenshot, I had like 80 slides, and then turn it into or I could take every PowerPoint shot and turn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's basically a manual process of copy paste.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was like, this is such bullshit. I don't feel like doing all this. And every time I would export as a PowerPoint, it would change the fonts, and it just didn't pop. So I told Claude, I was like, I just need something that would take PowerPoints, take PDFs and turn it into a PowerPoint. And no, I asked ChatGPT how to do that. And ChatGPT came back and told me, here's some options. You can do this. You can upload it to, what's the PowerPoint? No, I'm sorry, the PDF thing.
Acrobat.
Acrobat. Yeah, you can use Acrobat and then you can export it from Acrobat, right? So I go into Acrobat and hit the export. What comes up?
A bunch of junk.
No, it's like $9.95 a month.
Oh, that's because they're using their Firefly AI stuff.
Yeah. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm not gonna pay, for this. This is bullshit. Just really ticked me off. So then I went to Claude and asked the same thing. It's literally the same prompt, right? Claude's like, let me build that for you. And it just
Mm.
started building this.
Yeah.
And
Gemini does that
literally
stuff too.
3 minutes later, I had a tool that I could drag and drop the file. It takes all the pictures of every slide and turns it into a PowerPoint.
Wow.
It was wow. And so when that was my wow moment, and I put that on video for a demo for them, and they had this wow moment. And when it's like, what are the things that would have taken me an hour at least to change that slide deck 85 slides? You know, what kind of stuff do you do all the time in your business that AI could take off of your plate? I think that is very value add for a small business owner. And now, once you do that, then you have time to innovate.
I will throw a bit of a monkey wrench in there.
Here comes a monkey.
I said a monkey wrench.
Oh, no.
Um, let's say that scenario plays out just as you say. They get to get all this time back because they don't have to go through all those hoops, and they end up with a great looking presentation that took them a fraction of the time to do it. Most of those folks are not going to use that additional time to innovate. They are just going to fart around and just kind of relax because now they don't have to do something they really didn't want to do in the first place. And that kind of defeats the purpose to a certain extent. It's like you gave them the perfect opportunity to innovate because you just gave them a whole bunch of time back in their lives. But a lot of folks just use this stuff to get away from the stuff they don't want to do. Innovation is not on that, is not an equation that they are using this stuff with. Now, I think they should be because I totally agree with what Michael Wu said. The biggest payoff is when you actually start looking at this as an innovation tool beyond the automation tool. And when you do that, then you start seeing the bigger payoffs. You see a payoff in productivity gain, right? You see a payoff in maybe some cost reductions because you can find some services that
I mean,
are
but give
pretty
me an
cheap.
example,
You kind of
a
are,
real world example.
yeah. You kind of broke up. What were you saying?
I did. I saw that. But give me a real world example.
Well, one of the things that we were just talking about at I was one of these conferences I went to, and this is not a small business example, but it is an example of a company in healthcare that are using these tools from an innovative kind of standpoint to create new tools, new uh, products, new devices that help people with certain conditions be able to improve their quality of life by using some of these services to kind of think outside the box to help people. And I think small businesses can also use, I think they could use some sort of training on how to think and act innovatively. I think a lot of people think they know how it is or what it is to be innovative. I don't think they really do know. I'm not saying I know it all. I don't.
I'm trying to figure out if this is something that can actually be taught.
I think, well, you can teach every damn thing else. I mean, everybody's teaching every damn thing. Why can't we not only teach how to be innovative, but teach why? I think there's a lot of opportunity.
I think there's that benefit to that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's just it's a shame because you see the people that think innovatively are the ones that make the billions of dollars. And I don't know what, maybe that's what separates them from us normal folks. They look at these tools not just to, I can get away with paying this much or doing all this work.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm going to build this whole marketplace. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, and some of them do. Not everybody does, but some of them do because they think and approach these tools, these technologies different than like the rest of us. I don't think all these guys are brilliant.
Know. I mean, there's only so much innovation that's going to pay out anyway. Even though you come up with something doesn't mean there's an audience for it. There's market fit. There's a whole lot that goes into trying to create a new product.
But there's so few people who are thinking like that, and then even fewer people that actually hit the home run with it. But you ain't gonna even get to the plate if you're still focused on productivity and cost reduction.
I mean, but
I'm not saying that there's any negative thing. I just think you can't solely focus on that. You gotta figure out if you really want to make AI pay off for you in the biggest way possible. I think you're gonna have to spend some time thinking outside of the box and not thinking about, be glad that you got an extra couple of hours a day back.
Well, hey, AI will think about it for you.
Yeah, but you still have to have some kind of
for you, but I mean, it'll be a partner in that innovation.
I think there's a lot of people who are getting a bit of a raw deal, or at least getting their expectations set incorrectly, because they just look at AI as another tech that can be used to do stuff that they don't want to have to do themselves, or cut out some costs, cut out some time. And I'm saying that's great. I think
that's a good start. It's a good start.
It's a good start.
Understand it.
But most people, that's all they just leave it at the start. They never go beyond the start to cross over to innovation land, because they're still in automation land. And I think you can be in both, but I think you also have to learn how to be and think and create innovatively in this time period. And I think most people and most of the small business folks, I'll just keep it at that, I think they get so hung up in cost reduction and productivity that they don't see the possibility of, wow, what if we did this, or how could we do this, or should we do this, and then figuring out a way to do that.
I mean, most small business people think that way. In my world, they're always thinking of new, innovative stuff.
I think they're thinking about how do they use this stuff in a way that they've never used technology, but to still be more productive and to cut down costs. You can use modern tools and technologies innovatively on both kind of the productivity side and the new ideation side. But I think most people don't.
You can't give me an actual example. And
I
so
can give you
it's kind
stuff,
of
but it's not
no,
like
wait.
it's not like
It's kind of
Main Street
ethereal.
stuff.
In theory, it sounds great.
You could look. You can. I talk to a lot of small companies that are like tech startup kind of companies.
Right.
They're doing this stuff.
Okay, because they're creating a tech startup. So let's say I create this tech startup. Am I sitting in this tech startup?
But does it have to be a tech startup?
After I've created this tech startup, am I sitting here thinking about the next startup, or am I thinking about how to turn this 6 or 7 figure startup into a 10-figure startup?
There's a group of people going both ways on that one.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There's both lanes here. So productivity is a real pursuit as well.
It's I think productivity is a real pursuit, but it's one that shouldn't end when you are able to get a couple of hours or save a couple of bucks on what you do for your business. I think it should allow you to start thinking. The more you use it, the pendulum should swing to a certain extent.
It does. I got to get you to use it first.
I use it. Are you kidding me? I use it all the time. I just don't talk about it.
I got to get people to use it first. So if I can first things first, right? Most people think it's a waste of their time.
Really? Most people still think that?
Oh, absolutely. It's like, look, I don't have enough time to learn how to do things with AI, right?
So is that the reason they think it's a waste of time, because they feel like they don't have time in their schedule to learn something?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then how do you show them that it's worth your time?
When I show them, here's an example, and boom, we just did that. Will that save you time? Will that open up more opportunity for you? Then they're like, yeah, that's cool. Right. Then I show you how to.
Let me challenge you on just that part. I totally see how when you show them what it can do and saving you time or saving you money, that gets their attention. Right. I'm sure that's something that would drive attention. But I think, and I'm not talking about you in this regard, I think there are a lot of hucksters out there that are focusing on that and showcasing that and getting people excited about that, but they don't really teach them, okay, there's a limit to how much you're going to actually get on your return on your AI investment if you just focus on this right here. In order to really have AI pay off for you in a significant way, you're going to have to do some things beyond that. I don't hear a lot of people talking like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I don't see. All I see is people talking about. You can forget about spending hours doing this when you're doing your presentations or when you're trying to get stuff done.
That's practical. So I've given you an example.
That's practical.
And you have to give me an example.
I'm saying the practical stuff is not going to make you rich. Basically, on its own,
already rich.
On its own, these people are trying to learn AI so they can teach AI. Why are they doing that instead of applying it to an actual business?
I want to talk about somebody that's actually got a business. Like it's like in my business when we were doing, full-time e-com, right? If I would go to, and you walk through and you look at all the SaaS products and in the display area, and you would talk to all the people, and you would see all the solutions that were there for the e-com stuff. But if somebody's solution would add 10% to my top or bottom line, I'm like, let's talk. I want to talk to you. That 10%.
Adding 10%, not subtracting, adding 10% to your bottom. How does that work if you're focused completely on productivity and cost reduction?
Well, I'm saying that this tool that they would show you, or the SaaS tool, would do outreach for you, let's say, or create better ad copy. So those kinds of things used to be of interest.
I'd be all for this created better ad copy, but I
Yeah,
ain't seeing
but
that
that's not
happening at all.
innovation.
That's why I'm saying I'm not seeing that at all. I'm not including that in innovation. That once again, that's more productivity.
That's what I'm saying.
I could create 1,000 images with
thousands of dollars every week.
No. That's just like all right, making better email copy. Okay, great. That's not
people
really
respond, customer satisfaction,
and you get a 1% increase in open
You're
rates.
saying I should shun all of that and sit around and try to figure out what's going to be the next XAI.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying getting a little lift in your conversion rates gives you maybe a couple of extra bucks, which is nice. I'm not saying it ain't. But the big payoff of this stuff is not that. It's thinking out of the box, looking at things in a different way.
Like what? You have not given me one.
I did, but I did. I talked about the tech, the tech startup. Those are the companies that I talk to. I don't talk to the folks that you talk to. So I'm just talking.
So you're saying be a tech startup? No,
I'm saying they looked at this stuff and they said, "Oh my God!" They started out, man. And I wish I had that clip. One of the founders or CEOs of a company called Sugar CRM. He's a CEO of a new company that he co-founded with some of the other co-founders of Sugar CRM. What he said was, and he also has his own investment company. He's a serial investor kind of guy. So what he said is, I started getting bored with tech until this particular moment came along, and I was able to do things that I always wanted to do, but I could never do it on my own. And he said, then this ChatGPT era started, and all of a sudden I'm able to do things that I always wanted to do but couldn't do, and now we're doing it. That's a little different mindset than like the marketing example with the email and all that. I'm not saying it's those aren't good.
About small business owners,
they are. This is a business of 3 people that they just raised $5 million.
Yeah, they just made this business. Yes.
Yeah, because they said, okay, it's a business not built on productivity. It's a business built on innovation.
You're getting founders versus business owners confused.
I'm not, but okay.
I mean, this guy, he founded a new company. Fantastic. Everybody's not founding a new company. They already found their company. They want it to strive as best they can. That's
as best if they wanted to drive as best they can, then they would be open.
Then you're like, find a new company.
No,
create a new company
or a new product, a new device, a new service.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
But not the same old stuff. Not a guy that wants to learn AI just so he can teach it the next week. That's not helping.
See, you're
there's a lot of that there. I'm sorry, there's a lot of that out there. There's a lot.
But I already talked about that. We already talked about that. I said they're mostly not real business owners. So those are not the small business people. When we talk about small business, I'm talking about somebody that's actually got, a 7-figure business, 8-figure business already.
All right, what percentage
of small? To be sitting around necessarily and trying to figure out how to spin up another business.
Doesn't have to be a complete other business. It could be a new product. It could be something. It could be completely something that you never thought you could do, and all of a sudden you can't.
Got time to play, do it.
Yes. And that's where the big money is. All I'm saying is a lot of these folks are not getting the full story on what the realities of AI, because a lot of these folks still are looking at this as some kind of silver bullet that all I have to do is sprinkle a little AI on some stuff, and that does it. It fixes everything. It's going to make me even more money than bags full of money. It might make an incremental difference, which is not a bad thing. But if you're looking at it from a perspective of, I hear all these people that are making all this money with AI, and there's not that many.
Here's the scenario. You see, I tell you what, there's even less that are spinning up new businesses and getting $5 million investments. If you think this, you know,
That's that's not even an
that's what
extreme
I'm
example,
saying.
but it's
See,
an
so,
example of what can happen.
okay, but that's still
But
lightning in the bottle.
what can't happen is that if you're still focused 100% on cost reduction and efficiency, you can't make new money out of cost. You can save more money, but you ain't making new money, and not
No,
at
that's not
scale.
true.
Dude, you're gonna say, oh, I got a 50,000 person email list. I can use AI to write better copy, and then that'll convert more. It might go from 2 to 5%.
So if it converts more, that's not more money.
It ain't life changing more money. It is more
How do
money.
you know?
Oh, come on. How many people have been trying to use lists and email marketing and ads,
Why do you think
and
that?
they don't
Let me
really?
ask you a question.
Okay.
Why do you think there are that many? Why do you
Why do I
think
think
there's
there's that
so
many? What?
many? There's a whole industry around that.
Because everybody's trying to make some money off the tech.
It wouldn't be because everybody's trying.
And they use it in a very when you could go this wide with it.
Okay.
A lot of folks use it in a very narrow way. That's all.
Okay. All
because that's what they're taught. A lot of these folks are taught that AI can help you by saving you some money and by cutting out some of your expenses.
Because that's what it'll do. Now, if you want to teach that AI can make you a $5 million startup in 2 weeks,
nope, I never
would be
said
calling
that.
bullshit on your shit.
Because I would never say that, because I'm not talking fantasy. I'm talking realism.
Yeah, well, give me a real.
I just said, look, if you
gave me one.
If you focus,
I don't think it's realistic.
If you focus solely on productivity gains, cost reduction, you're missing a whole other side of the equation with AI. That's all I'm saying. And that and unfortunately, that side is where the big payoffs could be.
Okay. All right.
That's all.
Maybe.
And most people are not getting that story. They're getting the one side of the story. Without,
I don't see that as two sides of a coin. That's not like, oh, either this or that.
Yeah, I do. I think they're completely related because there's innovation and there's automation. Now there could be some synergies between the two, but if you focus automation strictly on cost reduction and productivity efficiencies, you're missing out on the other part that you could be applying. Innovation.
What innovation?
New devices, new products, new services.
Oh, well,
not just new ways to market. Not just new ways to market.
Yeah, people are doing that. Absolutely.
Not just marketing, but creating products that they never thought they could do or never thought it would be applied to their business.
Absolutely.
Most people are focused on how do I get more people on my list still? How do I get my list to convert at a higher rate? I'm not saying those aren't important things, but that's just part of how you can be using.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can create new products. You should always be thinking about creating new products and get into new markets that make sense and that your customers already want. Absolutely.
But what percentage of folks are really doing that?
I mean, I can't answer that question. Most. That's how they got there.
Maybe most in the old traditional way, not in the ways that AI can allow you to do.
I don't think you don't have small business just doesn't have that much time to be stagnant.
Well, some of these
I think in enterprise level, they are very stagnant. They stick to what they're doing.
There is a whole new way of thinking that a lot of these VCs and private equity firms are looking at companies to invest in. They're looking at companies that are very small that are using AI and other technologies to scale up the productivity of a few people and the capabilities of a few people.
Here's the thing.
And that's what's getting in the money.
Every week, thousands of new AI companies are spinning up. So this idea that nobody's thinking about it is not true.
I didn't say
They're
nobody.
thinking
I
about it
said the
all
kind of
the
the. I didn't say nobody. I because there are some that are doing it and it's paying off for them.
For some, but most of them are dust piles.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of folks that it
Yeah,
doesn't pay off for
most
them
of them are dust
in
piles.
this.
So
But guess what?
my argument with you is you can be one of the lucky, or you can be a dust pile, or we could actually work on the things right now that are falling off the table, and you can get taken care of right now with your AI tools.
Which will take you all of what, a couple of weeks if you use, a couple of months if you use it right.
Of months.
What happens after that? What do you do after that? Just sit back.
That's your time. You better figure it out.
That's the innovation time. That's what I'm talking about. They're not being taught. I just don't think there are enough people being taught where the big potential payoffs are and where they aren't. I'm not saying there's no payoff. I'm saying
I can't convince
there
you
aren't.
I can tell you will not be convinced any other way. So we'll just agree to disagree.
I think we will. And I'm just saying, if you want to increase your opportunities to make a lot of money, you got to do things a little differently.
Innovate.
Take some time. Don't just sit back and do nothing, or enjoy the 2 to 3 potential 2 to 3% lift in conversion rates and all that stuff.
You got to get those too.
But that won't get you to be rich. Let's put it like that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No, it's not just me.
If you say, well, it
ain't just me.
You and your buddies.
No, me and my AI data science PhD buddies. Yes,
you're one AI expert that all of a sudden
not just one, but okay,
the entire small business world under the bus.
No, all he said was the AI.
I know what he said.
The corporate narrative in AI is just wrong. It's all focused.
The corporate narrative in AI is wrong.
Yeah, because everybody
listen. The corporate narrative in AI is wrong. Don't spend time on.
Didn't say don't.
Okay, don't spend all your time.
I think that's a good way to put it. Don't spend all your time.
That's a good way to put it. Think about innovation, also creating new products, new markets, all of those things. I think I can agree on that.
Can't believe we argued for this for fucking whole hour. Excuse me.
That's you.
No,
that's you, because you got to be right.
I am right. That's okay.
No, you're not.
I'm always right at 5 to 6.
No, you're not. Yeah, that's right. You're right. 6 minutes after the hour. Because every minute we go is costing me $1, bro.
Shoot, it's a holiday. It's time and a half, ain't? Remember them days you used to get time and a half and double time for stuff?
Wow.
Do they still do that? Are there jobs?
I'm pretty sure they do, yeah.
Right.
I mean, unless you're on salary, but if you're hourly, you still get paid.
I had a job that I had that. It was great.
Oh, I mean, dude, I used to make so much.
And you get paid weekly on them.
Weekly. Wow.
Hey, JR, thank you.
Thanks, JR.
We just thought we were talking to ourselves.
We were. But yes.
We know we should invite some of your folks on every now and again. JR sounds like he'd be a good character.
I think he'd be fun.
You think it'd be fun? JR, would you be up for joining us one of these Fridays? Let us know in the comments here. Although I don't want you agreeing with John all the time. That's all I'm saying.
People don't agree with me all the time. What you don't understand is I'm right.
No, I definitely do not understand. You and I have a different understanding of right.
I'm right.
All right, JR. We'll have you on. We'll figure out a Friday that works for you. And I'm actually excited. Is JR one of the TSP folks?
He is there every year.
Okay.
He's not a member. I don't know what he's waiting on. But
damn, he called you out. Damn.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did, and I pointed.
and you pointed. Damn, JR. Are you sure you want to come on now?
Oh, it's okay. Hey, man.
Yeah, let's do that. I need a different perspective
Oh,
from some of this.
he just wants to be right.
No,
And
I don't. I don't. I'm not worried about
he'll go
that.
through people until he finds
Yeah, he
somebody
called
that
you. He called you all out
to
and
call
pointed.
out.
He did one of them Uncle Sam like pointing time things too. All right,
That's
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm excited. I would like to hear from more of the TSP folks because it sounds like you guys have a good group.
Yeah, we are the ones.
Is that a shirt from that conference?
Yeah, right there.
I can't see it because your name is covering it up.
Oh, okay. See,
It's still covering up. Lift. All right, there you go. I see something.
yeah. What does it say?
It's like a half moon kind of thing.
It says traffic sales and profit.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah,
Looks
we
like
are
a nice
the
shirt.
ones. We are the ones our ancestors were praying for.
Of course you are. We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Great.
So JR, we will figure out a time to have you on. Get a little new perspective. I like that.
That'd be awesome.
All right. It's time to go because it's way past the. Well, we got started a little later. So
Yeah, we're right at an hour.
yeah. All right.
We did our time.
Oh, he said he knew you before TSP. Okay.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah,
This
you
old
go
school.
way back then.
That's old school.
All right. Well,
I've been in these streets.
you've been running. Well, you are old enough to be in them streets.
I have. I know. I paved them.
Dang.
That's all.
I wasn't going to go that far back, but all right. You did that to yourself. So
It's all right. I'm owning my old now.
all right. So JR, we will figure it out. And we hope anybody that was actually listening besides JR has a great holiday weekend. And hopefully we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah. Enjoy your holiday, folks. Peace.
Later.